Hi guys, it's Erik-Weisz with a new lockpicking video. The lock I have for you today is the IZIS or IZIS. I received these from France and they come in various shapes, but the operation is more or less the same. It's a Bramah style pump lock with 5 pins. The special thing about this one is that the key has a rotating part and has the mechanics inside, so that the small ring here with the pins operates the pins inside the lock, and once the key is inserted, the inner part tensions the lock and turns the core, while the outer part keeps the pins in place. And yeah, there's one standard form of this lock that has no additional pin tumblers. As you can see, the pin is the key is straight here at the tensioner, and there's another one, another variant with 2 pin tumblers. These are operated by the 2 dimples in the tensioning part here. And unfortunately, one of them came with no key, but I was able to create one, which is not as sophisticated as the original, but still works nicely and can also be adapted to the others by simply turning in and out the screws here. So, without further ado, let's put this thing in a vise and see if we can get it picked. Alright, the IZIS or IZIS is now in the vise. Key, self-made, not as sophisticated as the original, but still works nicely. And for picking, I use this homemade tensioner and this simple pick. And it's all about finding binders as always, and these give quite good feedback. And nevertheless, we have to be a bit careful because these things are easily overset and they are tapered, so it's sometimes difficult to say if they are already set or not. And they have to be set over and over again. In the beginning, everything is binding, or appears to be binding, but I'm now at the point where only one at a time is binding, which is a good sign, which can be a good sign. I think maybe something is overset now, maybe this one. Increase tension a bit. This seems to be a bit overset maybe. Basically it's poking around and hoping for someone to move. But now it feels quite good. And there we go. I turn it one step further, you see, because I will gut it now, and then we can put it back to the original state afterwards. So I think this would be going out difficult. I'll leave it in for now. And I have to remove this little socket I made. And then I have to remove this piece on the side to get the core out. Just only slide it in. Sometimes a bit difficult to remove. That should work somehow. There it is. It's only a plate of metal. And now the core can slide out. Unfortunately, there's no possibility to keep the pins in place, so they will probably be somewhere. Oh no, that's one. That's the back part with the springs. And let's see if we can get those other pins out. Tweezers. And let's start from, this is the last one, number 5, number 4. These are the drivers. Oops, I'm shaking a bit, don't know why. And this is number 4, and this must be number 1. And then we can also remove the tensioner. And yeah, let's see if we can get these other pins, these key pins, out one by one. Also starting with number 5. Oops. Should be this way. Number 4. Nope. Didn't work out. That's number 4. No. That's number 3. Other way around. Number 2. And last but not least, number 1. It has a ball bearing. Don't know what this means, but I think it's some kind of mastering. And this is the housing. And we still have some springs inside here. Let's put them out as well. Oops. And there we go. The IZIS picked and gutted. As you can see, these pins have very many not serrations but taperings, which makes it difficult to set them because yeah, you can call them false gates, I think. Well, that's about all. Maybe yeah, but probably I will do the other one as well as a bonus, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's go for the bonus. The other IZIS is now in the Vise. It's a bit different. It has 2 additional pin tumblers. You can see the key has 2 additional dimples that operate them, and yeah, the key works nicely. And for picking, I use this homemade tensioner, and we have this time we have to set the pin tumblers first, which I do with a normal pick. This gives some core movement, and now the picking process is more or less the same as with the other one. Looking for binders and being careful not to overset anything. And again, the pin needs to be set again and again because of these taperings. They're more or less all binding at the same time, which is a good sign. And there we go. Yeah, this was the IZIS. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.